have the most amazing news. Number one, if you can look behind me, you can see that I've been accepted for per diem homeless shelter for veterans. So now I have my own room. What? And I haven't really been making a lot of videos lately just because I've been, in the horseshoe for 36 days and really just trying to set up a lot of VA appointments for PTSD. I got approved for an evaluation at Bay Pines for PTSD and a whole lot of other appointments. And so I've been really, really busy with that. Really busy volunteering at the garden with this rad ninja, Bree. And I'm learning a lot about permaculture, old man's gardening, which is traditional gardening, vertical hydroponics gardening. I have harvested radishes already, harvested some, like 3 times I've harvested 50 pounds of lettuce, y'all, out of vertical hydroponics. So learning a lot over there, and I'm volunteering anywhere between 10 to 15 hours a week. And I just went over there and she thought I was a volunteer, like part of like a company volunteer. And I was like, do. And I just started pulling weeds. She's like, oh, you're homeless. I'm like, yeah, I'm at the homeless shelter. She's like, cool. She's like, well, if you just want to play and volunteer, that's cool. So I've been over there, and so I'm in Project Pride now too. So I get to go to the galley or the kitchen a half hour early. And now that I'm in per diem, y'all, I was in the horseshoe, so I was living with like 8 guys. You know what I mean? I'm super grateful and super thankful, just to have a roof over my head. And a lot of the times it takes 90 days to get over here, and only veterans live here. And you walk into this room, it has a really nice kitchen, and there's 10 bedrooms. And typically you have to share one of the bedrooms with another veteran. Well, I got my own room, y'all. I got my own room. Isn't that rad? So I'm gonna do a tour, but this is not what the video is about. This video is about, so Bree, she's the gardener here at the homeless shelter, and she messaged me about a half hour ago, or about an hour ago. And she said, hey, Tommy, I have a friend I want you to meet. Are you available? And I said, sounds fun, when? And she said, well, my friend Joe will meet you at the VA center at 3:30. I'm like, what? That's cool, because I gotta go to the kitchen at 4 p.m. to pick up my food basket, because I get a food basket because now I can have a refrigerator and a freezer. So now I can start doing my smoothie videos. I could do my recipes, slinging them juices. So I'm gonna go get my basket. But so I went and met this rad ninja Joe, and he was already there. He had this black truck. He said, hey man, and I had seen him in the kitchen before. He volunteers here at the homeless kitchen. And I shook his hand. He's like, hey man, I heard about your sobriety. He's like, I'm sober too. And I was like, oh cool. He's like, well, I have a gift for you. I'm like, what? And he handed me these. Check this out. Aren't those rad? Now, I'm a huge Vans fan, y'all. I've had probably 3 or 4 pairs of Vans, and I wear them until like they're crusty, till they stank, because my feet and my daughter's feet and my sister's feet, they stink if you don't wear socks. And I don't like to wear socks with these, but I found these black, real thin ankle socks that I can wear with these. So I've had 3 or 4 pairs in my lifetime, and they just look so smooth, right? And I like the traditional Van style, where it's got like that white sole, and I always wear black or blue. And so he handed me these Vans, y'all, and I think I've probably spent 40 hours over at the garden, and maybe I mentioned something about Vans and black Vans to Bree or something, or maybe he doesn't even know. But look at y'all, look what these are. They're all black Vans, and I love black. See, I got black here, I got my black belt, I got a black rad bike, I got a black smile hat, see, with a little glitter. I like black, it makes me feel good, and it's consistent. And look at these, and they're my size, they're 10 and a half. Aren't these cool? Now, if y'all don't remember, I had like 40 pairs of shoes, y'all. Like a year and a half ago, before I ninja flipped over to Quiet, I literally had 40 pairs of shoes. So I drove down Pinellas Trail and just gifted all my shoes away. And I literally have 1 pair of work boots, and I have these. And these stank. They're all black, they're nice, they're K-Swiss. But they stink because I started wearing them with no socks, and they're really not the most optimal shoe for riding my bike because they're really insulated, so my feet even stink worse. So now I'm gonna give these to somebody else, and I can wear my Vans, y'all. Aren't those cool? And he's just like, yeah, I heard that you're sober, you know? He's like, I'm sober too. He's like, I got a gift for you. So he gave me these. I'm like, whoa, man, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, you know, it's like the holidays and stuff. And over the last 3 years, I've been working on receiving, because I think we all get joy out of giving. I know I have. Ever since I was like 8 or 9, I would make like these handmade like Hallmark cards. I'd print them out, like a little scrapbook of cards, and I would give all my relatives. I'd go through my dad's little Rolodex and find all of my aunts and uncles and try to send them to them. So ever since I was 8 or 9, I always liked to give. And I'm still a giver too, and a lot of the times, sometimes it makes me feel uncomfortable. It brings my anxiety up when somebody is gifting something to me, especially if it's a surprise, y'all. It's hard to surprise somebody with a gift these days. And so I wasn't expecting that, and they're like the coolest shoe ever. Like, look at this. Aren't those freaking cool? Look at that, and they're 10.5. And then he had another box, and I just went to the thrift store, the homeless thrift store. They give you a $25 credit. I bought a pair of glasses, which I don't know about these little red glasses. I bought these glasses for 50 cents. Check these out. Aren't those cool? So, and then I had a $20 credit. So these were 50 cents, and then I bought this shirt like 3 days ago, which was $4. So I had like 20 bucks left, and I went in there, and it expires within 30 days. Look at this jacket that I got for my daughter. Check this out. I think this is like a $200 jacket. It's brand new because I was looking for a pair of shoes, and they didn't have any shoes. I'm like, well, I gotta spend this 20 bucks today or it expires. I got this North Face jacket for my daughter, and it's brand new. And look, it has the blue thing. This comes off, and this jacket comes off. So I got this for my daughter. It's like a $200 jacket, and I don't have any money, y'all. So I'm gonna have to come up with like 8 or 9 bucks, and I'm gonna ship this. I'm gonna ship this to my daughter in North Dakota, so it'd be perfect. So I got that, but I was looking for shoes, and when I was looking for shoes, they had these Crocs. And I always thought Crocs were kind of goofy, but I'm seeing some Ninja Flip around here with some Crocs, and they look really comfortable. Well, look what he gave me. He gave me a brand new pair of Crocs, y'all. And guess what color they are? They're black. They're black, y'all. Isn't that cool? So now, like when I Ninja Flip, like when I gotta do some stretching or something outside, I got these. Someone just gifted me these and the horseshoe. They're like $2, but they're kind of stank. So I've been wearing these. They're kind of like shower shoes because I didn't want to like take a shower barefoot in the horseshoe. But look, they're black Crocs, y'all. So this ninja that I've never met, that I have an amazing friendship with Bree, I'm volunteering at the garden. I didn't want anything. I didn't want to get on Project Pride. I just wanted to learn about permaculture because they have a little bit of permaculture section over there. They're actually trying to fundraise to get like $2,500 more, which would be even more rad because I've been working with the mulch and working the mulch. So I just Ninja Flipped over there. I didn't want to work in the kitchen. I didn't want to volunteer in the kitchen, and they have this rad garden with like vertical lettuce, radish. We actually harvested some cilantro yesterday, and we did some basil yesterday, all in vertical hydroponics. They're not organic, but it's something that I'm learning. And so I've been volunteering, and I've really connected with Bree, and she's been gardening for like 15, 20 years, and just had an amazing friendship with her. And I think that, we rap when we play, when we're gardening, and I might have mentioned something like this, like I was trying to buy a pair of shoes, and she has a friend that volunteers. Her name is Ashley, and she's been playing there, volunteering at the garden, and this Joe Ninja is her boyfriend. And so I guess, I don't know how he knows about me or whatnot, but he knows that, I don't know if he even knows that I'm 3 years celibate and 3 years sober, but he knows that I'm sober. And a lot of the homeless struggle with sobriety. They really, really do, y'all. I mean, it's hardcore with sobriety. I would probably guess, because I study a lot now about, these passions, about 80% of the homeless are struggling with some sort of addiction, and they're trying to, be sober. And, I'm, 3 years sober, over 3 years sober. And so he must have heard something about that, and he said, hey man, I just want to congratulate you on your sobriety. And he was like, boom, check out these Vans. Boom, check out these Crocs. So just wanted to share that with you all. I'll do I'll do a room review. Once I get all set up, I got my TV from Lana's house. I got some bedding over there. So I am super, super stoked. Y'all are gonna see a lot more live with me. I really enjoy these. I want to start doing the smoothie recipes again. I've put on 6 pounds since I've been at the homeless shelter. So you do not stay hungry at the homeless shelter. And this is the cream of the crop homeless shelter. You know, there's a lot of other homeless shelters here in Florida, but HEP, HEP especially for the veterans, y'all, is really just top notch. And I've never used any of these things before. And I'm learning a lot of things. I could do so many videos of the things that I've been learning and unlearning, but learning in the benefits that are available to me through the VA. And it's gonna be an 18-month process, y'all. I mean, I've only done 1 month of, interviews and scheduling appointments and sitting down with therapists and counselors and all of that stuff. It is not easy, but thank goodness that I'm sober at this time, because 4 years ago, I probably would have left 4 days ago. You know what I mean? 4 years ago, 5 years, I probably only would have lasted a week. I probably would have hit, I would have probably got a fifth of vodka, probably would have went to the casino, probably would have chased some tail, whatever it is, I probably wouldn't have lasted. So this month has not been easy, but I'm here because I am sober and celibate, and I have done some work to get me here. And, with everything that I'm learning with the PTSD, there's a lot of things that are available to me. And I'm learning about those things, and whatever I learn in return, I'm gonna share and serve others with what I learned, because I'm Pinellas Trail and I've been ninja flipping over here in Clearwater over 2 years. It's a homeless epidemic. I know where all the homeless spots are, y'all. I know, I've done interviews with them. I know they're behind the library. I know where their campouts are. And a lot of them are vets, a lot of them aren't. A lot of them have been through this system and are kicked out, but they don't know the updated services that are offered here in the state of Florida. So I got a lot to share. I just wanted to come on here and just share that I was just gifted a surprise of kindness. And so any surprise is good, especially if it's a positive surprise. And when somebody is gifting you something that you need, that you really, really need as a tool, it's a tool that I need. These shoes, I ride my bike all the time. I necessarily don't need the Crocs, but I'll definitely use them. A little bit comfortable, the more comfortable I can get, is a plus. So a gift and a surprise is awesome. And, I was a little bit nervous when I met him because it was a surprise, but he doesn't know me, and it's the work that I'm putting in, I guess, creating, real relationships, even with strangers, harvesting that self-love, building those high walls, those positive walls, those non-toxic walls, creating that circle of people, creating friendships out of the right reason, not being manipulative. If you've seen my videos, I've talked about all of this stuff. And so just a small gift from a stranger like that really made me feel happy, and that's why I'm sharing this with you all. So I'm gonna ninja flip over the homeless kitchen. I'm gonna go get me a food basket, and now I have a refrigerator. And then I'm gonna go get my yoga ball over at Lana's, get settled in here for a couple of days, and I'll give you all a tour, and you all better be ready, because now I got, a roof over my head. I have a little bit of privacy, and I'm ready to give back to all of you from what I have learned, over the last 30 days, and keep you up to date on all of my creative juices. So thank you so much. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Rochelle. I love you all. Happy holidays. The weekend is here, but don't use it as an excuse to give up your goals, y'all. If you're struggling with anything, I don't care what it is. If you don't like where you're at, even if it sacrifices money, get your happiness, y'all. Even if you have to go be homeless, even if you have to have optimal reset, if you got to tear layer and layer and layer away, if you are not happy, you can change your life. Nobody owns you. Nobody owns you. You can do whatever you want. It might be easy. You might get lucky. It might take you years. But whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, go do it. I'm 3.5 years of this optimal reset, y'all, and I'm in a homeless shelter, right? But I want my personal sovereignty. I know the pure goodness that I have in my heart. All the ridicule, all the hate, family and friends, strangers, it's all good in the hood, y'all. It's all good in the hood. And I know I still got 18 more months, to go through this VA system. in to receive what is owned or what is owed to me as being a Navy combat veteran. I didn't even know I was a combat veteran, y'all. You know, I didn't even know all of the PTSD, all the dangerous things that I did. I didn't even know all that. You know, I held those in, and that's why there's triggers. That's why there's anxiety. That's why there's depression. You know, so I'm learning these things. So this is going to be the long haul, and I'm just grateful that I'm learning these things, and I'm grateful that I built this group, and I'm grateful that there's many people that helped me build this group, because I'm so glad that I can come on here and share my excitement. You know, today's been a good day. I was gifted a surprise from a complete stranger. He didn't have to do that, you know, and it made me feel really, really good because I was in the right space to receive it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. I love you all. Keep it raw. Stay rev. Whoa, whoa!